Shadow Legends Free Dad Gaming, and we are officially done with the fusion. We've summoned him, we've started leveling him up, started playing with him in the live arena and the classic arena after facing him 4 times, and he is super, super irritating. So just having the option, even without his soul or anything, even without leveled up all the way, he's been good to play. My total stats, if you guys are wondering, low defense, low offense. Those will go up just a little bit when he does level up, but he's rocking 357 speed and about 490 accuracy. The accuracy will go up when we do complete our masteries. I like to complete these whenever we do have the random mission that says, hey, unlock a mastery for a champion. So I'll be going defense, probably ending with these two, and then I'll be getting Eagle Eye here. So he's going to be rocking about, 540 accuracy before we get the option to get his soul. So when we originally started this fusion, I'll tell you what we had before and what we have now. Some of the outliers are going to be one, he is still not booked. So he has no books in him right now. I'm waiting for a champion training tournament, the one that gives you points for books, just because I don't want to level up champions during that time. So being able to just book them out during that is going to be helpful for me. Just in case you're wondering, the soul, this more in Death Bell is a really good one for him, and it is a rare because it increases his turn meter by 10% when applying those true fears and the petrification. So super, super good when it comes to this, whereas resistant increases by 30% against buff removal and buff steal effects, which I think is good just to kind of add a little bit of more protection for him. Not really built for accuracy anyways. So the outliers when it came to this, we had that Kong event, the Leprechaun Fate thingy, whatever it was. I did end up going with him or for him, which the Soul Stones got largely affected with it. And then my shards got more affected with that one because I had a couple sacred shards. And then I ended up doing ancients instead of all my built up epics, just because it was 2 times ancient. So it's a better time to pull ancients to get to the champion chase points. And then I was a little bit away from another event. So we ended up pulling some more shards with that, because I think I was a little bit away from legendary books, and we did get this guy, which seems to be in game, has very solid reviews all around, but I don't see very many videos out there for him. So I'm going to be doing a showcase once I do get the time. And then I need more champions to book. So he does have some skills that need booked. So I'll be booking him up and then play testing with him. So you'll wait to see a video of that champion, and then I'll showcase the Lord Entertainer Fabian as well. So let's go ahead and dive into our resources here. And while we do that, one of my new favorite things is to just run background battles. I'm farming masteries for him. I only have 3, so let's go ahead and back out because I think we have one that will expire today. Yeah, let's grab this one from the live arena, and then we'll jump back into here and let this thing run in the background. So that way we can just talk about our resources when we do have everything going. So first one, major resource is going to be our shards. So we were at 665 when the fusion started. So this is going to be March 10th. The fusion officially started, and you can look back at that video. We had 31 ancients. We are now down to 2, which both of these 2 are from the clan boss this morning. Because, like I said before, we did go ahead and pull all of our ancients, and then we pulled a couple more voids to get that. I think it was like the 7,500 threshold epic book, just because books are hard to come by in this game, I feel like, for legendary books. So it was a 7,500 legendary book, so correction there. When it comes to void shards, we started with 10 void shards, and now we're at 7, so we did pull a good handful so we can get to the event milestones. We started with 0 primal shards, and now we have 4. I think all 4 of these came from either Hydra little primal quartz, or the primal quartz that you get from the Cursed City, or the primal quartz that you get from the live arena. So those 3 game modes really dove into more and put a bigger focus onto them, because they are my only chance to finally pull a mythical champion, which hopefully it is. Nice. It was my most wanted. For Sacred Shards, we started this with 12, and we are currently at 11. We should be at 12 here in a couple days just because of the hard Doom Tower, so we'll be back at that. Remnants, we're at 50, and we started this with 220. We'll be getting another 150-ish when it comes to the reset of Curse City, and then we'll also be getting our mythical champion from Curse City because I'm only 15 Revenant or 15 of the candle thingies away from there. When it comes to silver, I don't know if you guys can see the silver, so I'll just move this down slightly. So when it comes to silver, we started with 31.16 million. We're down to 25.88 million. That's all the artifact enhancements, and that's re-gearing a couple champions just to do a couple of things with. So not too bad a hit. When it comes to our gems, we started this with 3,876, and now we're 2,000 down essentially. That is with pulling. I did buy, I think it was a gem pack that was 900 gems, so that kind of affected that. But I think it's worth it when you're trying to push for different things. And like I had the gems, so I'm not too worried about um, the soul event with not having gems because those do build up over time. So let's check to see if we have Marius yet. We do. Yes, awesome. So we used to have 225 when it comes to our souls on this. Here we go. We used to have 225. But now we just bought 100 from there, so keep that in mind when I do tell you these numbers. So we went from 202 to 225, so we're able to build a 23, which it would be a lot more if we didn't go for the Kong one because we did pull a couple of the big souls, and you can see we're down to 16 of these gold coins. But we'll work over backwards here. So we went 202 to 225. We went 56 to now 46. We did end up getting another soul for the cat, which was an additional 40. So you can kind of see we built 30 up in this time of these essence. When it comes to here, we went from 1,042 to 16. We did end up doing over 2,000 of these so we could get the bigger soul stones for that Kong, so less shards. That was, I think, one of the Hegemon. I think you might see that video. And then when it comes to our gold coins, we went from 5,800 to 176. Also took a big one. We pulled 21 of the medium souls to be able to help get there. And then we started with 7,155 of these. Now we're at 9,990. And when it comes to our actual souls, we're at 11 of these to start. Now we're at 4. We were at 11 of these. Now we're at 0. We're at 0. Now we're still at 0 of these. So it kind of gives you an idea here. I want to go ahead and awaken. Not yet, I guess, because he is farming. So I'll let that go. But then that's going to be huge because that's going to be extra accuracy for him. And just more benefit for this. As I want to say, once you get up to a higher rating, it has something for you. I've been really waiting for that one to go. So now it's instead of what 1% for each debuff or each buff, we now have 1.5%, so 3% essentially extra damage on there for it. I don't know if Heaven Cast is the best or Heathen Cast is the best thing for him right now, but eventually we're either going to keep it or we're going to move to Crushing Rend, which is probably going to be Crushing Rend to ignore some extra defense because I don't think he's capped out. But then let's go ahead and go to our tavern here. So this did take a big dip. We didn't track anything before, so I can't really tell you what happened with it. But when it comes to books as the last resource we kind of tracked, I kind of gave up on tracking all the live arena stuff and then the remnant or then the relics because you use them so often. So I didn't want to track them and then have to constantly update you guys. So we had 13 rare books before, now we have 16. 3 from Clan Boss, and that's the only way I've got those. And then we had 21 epic books, and now we are at 40 epic books. I just don't have any epics to book. I do like to save these so that way when it does come to those champion training ones, I can just book epics. If I do end up getting them and extra points there. And then we ended up having 12 legendary books to start. Now we have 21. So quite the increase there. And like I said before, it was going for those extra milestones, putting in just a little bit extra resources to get to those because champions will need those books. So if you look at the 2 that we will likely book, comes to him, and of course we're not going to look at it. Okay, we can look at the results here. But now when it comes to him, we're going to need how many books? 10 books here, so we're going to have 11 left. And then I do think I want to book this champion, which is going to be 11. So like it's going to be all my books. But then when it comes to mythical books, we did get one more from the Hydra. So we went from 17 to 18. That is going to be the showcase when it comes to what souls I've been able to build. I'll kind of let this run in the background while I kind of talk about where we're going next. So next, eventually, will be or hopefully, I guess, will be the announcement for the 5-star soul for Lord Fabian the Entertainer. Um, so we will be going for that because the extra accuracy, the extra blessing is going to be really big for him. And then maybe eventually getting a 6-star because extra speed, I think, is going to be really big for him. I don't have a lockout champion, so I'm treating him more as a lockout champion. As you can see how he's built, he's supposed to be faster. He's supposed to go first with enough accuracy to kind of strip, and having that extra 75 puts him at what, 600 plus accuracy. So having that 600 plus accuracy is going to be huge. So I will definitely be going for it. If I do miss the next fusion because of it, I think at least right now it's going to be worth it. Unless maybe it's that Hound, and the Hound is going to be really good to pair with the Packmaster. But that's going to be where I'm at resource wise. I will be just slowly building and then slowly farming those masteries to make sure we're getting to there. Going for these different tournaments that come up. And I think it's really important. So, like any Sand Devil tournament that comes up, really farming those. Cat normally kills somebody, so it's kind of, this must be a pretty tanky team, but I'm pretty sure he locked out everyone, which is awesome. He's not going to be able to freeze any of them or fear any of them, unfortunately. But it should be a fairly easy win once we get back to the Cats A1 here. And then I'll kind of show you other things that we've been doing, especially with this team now. It's been fun. But when you see these tournaments that do come up, that are these tag team tournaments, they typically pop up on a Saturday. So you're setting your team. I've been really aggressively farming these. So right now we're at 5. You can normally place top 10 in these, just if you do it correctly. I'm hopefully gonna try to squeak up here for number 3, get this. But these are great resources most of the time, and it's just about consistency on logging in, refreshing, and then going for these 1-star battles, or just looking at it and saying, hey, especially when it comes to reset time. It is officially Monday, so it's already reset. So I've reset my team to the 1-man defense. But looking at these and going, hey, which ones can I realistically win 2 out of the 3, so that way you get more points and everything for them. But that's going to be the rest of my mornings. Just go probably be farming these to build up those different points. But that was the update when it comes to resources. So if you guys enjoyed, hope you also have resources left. Like I have a good amount of resources left. I don't have as much as I would want to, just because we did go for the Kong, but it felt good to be able to go for a guaranteed champion and have enough resources to still feel comfortable about not only completing the fusion, but completing the soul after the fusion. That's it. If you guys have any comments, feel free to comment down below, like the video, share. We'll catch you in the next one.